Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well today. I need a shower, shave, a haircut. I need a second cup of coffee, but otherwise I'm doing alright today. It's only Tuesday, but this week, feeling long as it is. But anyways, today I want to talk to you about shoes. This is gonna sort of tie back into some of those other things that I like my knife and my coffee cup and stuff. I've been focusing on trying to fill my life with things that are more of quality and less of quantity. I've mentioned before that, I'm at that point where if you're going to get a thing, you should buy the best thing that you can afford at that moment, because those things tend to last and have more care in them and like craftsmanship and stuff. So I've been eyeballing like a really nice pair of shoes for a while. Like I just wanted a pair of handmade shoes. Turns out those are insanely difficult to find and extremely expensive. Like a lot of them that I found were more expensive than almost every single car I've ever purchased. But then I stumbled across these things. So these lovely boots are from a company called Helm. I was actually trying to do some research. I was looking for a pair of boots to feature in a motorcycle article I was doing for Harley Davidson. And I found these. So the company's called Helm. This is a handmade leather boot right here in America. Boots are designed in Austin. Factory somewhere up in the northeast. I can't remember exactly where. All the leather comes from Horween, Chicago, and they're just handsome boots. Leather sole. This particular model has rubber plate on the heel and across the ball, so that should make them much nicer if you're trying to do motorcycle riding with them, which is one of the reasons I picked this pair up. But handmade here in America. And almost every single pair of boots they make is priced between somewhere $350, $400. Look at that. A handmade leather boot in America by American craftsmen using American materials. $400. I think these are like $385. That's astonishing to me that this exists. And we won't be able to really see it on the camera, but the way they date the production of their boots is the leather insole has a quote stamped on it that changes like every month or so. This one says, "Your path is at your feet whether you realize it or not," and just says -A.M. So like that's a wonderful, unique, interesting touch that has almost no cost or work associated with it, but adds a beautiful touch of character to the product. It shows like a bit more attention to care and detail, and like I said, they just look gorgeous. I really like this tan color, and already I've only been wearing them a couple of days and they're got just a touch of wear on them, but none of it is excessive deep surface scuffing. It could all be polished away, but they're already developing life and age like a good product like this should. Like that's one of the wonderful things about leather is it softens and it wears and it gets this beautiful shape and color to it. So like I'm just madly in love with these boots. And then this little white stripe, that's like a signature for the company. All of their insoles, or all of their lower soles, have this white piece through the center of them, so it's like their signature design detail. And it's a little flash that adds some flair to the boot, but it's extremely subtle, so you could still get a darker pair of these and wear them with a nice suit, or if you had like a nice gray suit or a really bright blue suit, you could wear these boots with those and it'd look fine. Or you can wear them with a classic Harley or something to go motorcycle riding with them. You can just wear them to go out in the woods and go work. The leather sole won't be the best for tromping around the farm, but as you can see based on a little bit of mud on them, it hasn't stopped me from wearing them around the farm a little bit. So I just really like the way these look, and I'm just super excited that I can say I own a pair of handmade American leather boots. And they're affordable enough that almost anyone could buy them. Now, obviously $400 is not a small amount of money to spend on a pair of shoes. But they're completely resolable, they've got a great warranty, you're supporting local businesses and craftsmen, and in the grand scheme of nice things, $400 isn't outrageous. Again, there are shoes out there I found that are like $4,000. So, 10% that price, like, take it. And again, I think $400 is a price that's low enough that if you decided, like I had decided, like I wanted a pair of good handmade leather shoes, they just ended up being boots. Like, if you are a person who's like, that's a thing I want, $400 is absolutely attainable. That's less than the price of most of the cheap TVs that exist at Walmart and Target. That's less than a couple of fancy dinners, depending on what kind of restaurant you're like. If you're just going to go on a date night, the kind of money you'll spend on Valentine's Day or whatever. 2 or 3 of those and like these boots are paid for. And in theory, these will last me years and years and years. And if I continue to get them resold, a decade or more. When you get them resold, you could put a different sole on the bottom, make them more work boot oriented if you've really worn out a pair and made them rough and tough and they're really comfy and that's what you want to do. So I just think this company is just amazing and awesome, and I'm glad they exist. Finding American made shoes is getting harder and harder every year. Even some big American companies like Fry, I have a pair of Fry boots. Fry makes almost all of their boots now in Mexico and Indonesia, maybe? I don't remember exactly where, but Fry only has 2 or 3 boots that they actually still make in the United States. Wolverine still makes a lot of boots, and they've got their 1,000-mile boot, which is a nice leather boot too, also in this same sort of price range. But Helm as a company, everything they make here in the US, out of as many US materials as they can possibly get their hands on, and I just think they look gorgeous. Like, that's just a very handsome, stylish boot. Nice and rugged, but got a bit of that soft refinement to it. I dig it a lot. So if you guys are looking for a fancy pair of boots, you should check out Helm. Like I said, I'm really digging what this shoe is throwing out for me. I've not worn them for very long, because I've only had them since Wednesday, or last Wednesday. Yeah, I guess it would be Wednesday because today's only Tuesday. I said it's been a long week. So, I've not put a ton of miles on them or anything, but I've worn them for a couple of days. They were a little stiff at first, like you would expect, but they're breaking in really quickly and really nicely. And I dig them. So, I can't guarantee they'll last a long time, but they feel like they will. And you can be rest assured I'll keep you guys updated months and hopefully years from now if I keep this stupid little video series going that long. Hopefully I will. Anyways, thank you guys again for hanging out with me. If you have any messages you want to send me, you can reach out to me on Twitter. Don't forget to reach out and tell the people in your life that are important to you that they are important to you. This week, if you get a chance, I'd really like you to take a moment to reach out to, we'll call them smaller people in your life. People who have made an impact on you, but maybe they don't know it. Maybe it's an old coworker or an old teacher or, just anybody like that, even like a neighbor. If there was one time that one person really did something that made an impact on you, go tell them that they helped make you the person you are today. We already talked about how, like, the sort of random appreciation really spreads happiness and joy. This sort of takes it to that next level, because not only are you reminding somebody close to you, like a brother or a best friend, that they mean a lot to you, you're reaching out to somebody beyond that inner circle who really might have no idea the kind of impact they've had on your life. And I can promise you that hearing that come from you will just make their day, make their week probably, if not more than that. So don't forget to reach out to those people that you love and that you care about, because I promise you it'll make them feel so much better to know that. Anyways, I'm Christian. Thank you guys again for joining me for my morning random ramblings. Go get yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. A nice hot cup of coffee. My tongue doesn't even work this early in the morning. Anyways, go get yourselves a nice hot cup of coffee. I'm gonna go pour myself another mug. I'm going back to work. I'll see you guys tomorrow.